Do you want to know where to catch redfish and speckled trout, snook, and flounder this weekend in your area? Well, the great news is Smart Fishing Spots does it for you. If you haven't heard, we cracked the code on literally predicting where these fish will be every single weekend. In fact, every single day based on real-time trends, tides, weather, wind, etc. This is next level. This is the holy grail for inshore saltwater anglers. So now this Smart Fishing Spot software, based on whatever area you ask it to, and then it takes in all of the different data points that we have and literally shows you actual spots to fish. I'm going to repeat that. It literally shows you actual spots to fish, highlights them. You can actually take the coordinates down and then go fish those spots. And it changes every single week. Unlike those old maps that, have been the same spots for 40 plus years, this is literally changing every week based on all the data that is coming in. There's nothing like it, and this will change the way you fish and ultimately save you tons of time. The best news is it's completely free to all of our insider members. So members, get in there if you haven't seen this new feature yet. If you're not a member, what the heck are you waiting on? Someone to literally show you where to fish this weekend, because that's what we've done. Go to saltstrong.com, join the club, and you'll get unlimited access to Smart Fishing Spots. See you inside and enjoy the show.
It's fishing, it's in my soul.
Welcome to the Salt Strong Podcast, disrupting fishing entertainment as you know it. Prepare to laugh. Prepare to get to know fishing legends in a whole new and unfiltered way.
And on occasion, you might even learn a thing or two about fishing.
Here's your host, Joe Simons. Like diamonds.
Hello, Salt Strong Nation. Joe Simons, like diamonds. Got Luke Simons, like
diamonds.
Oh, snap, crackle, pop. And we're talking about the theme park, the fishing theme park, the family-focused fishing theme park. If you're sitting there wondering what the heck are these guys talking about, have they lost their minds? No, this has been part of our written down vision for 2025 for many years now. I think we're going on year 3 that we've had this written down. It's something that I think about pretty much every day. Don't get to talk about it publicly every single day. For a lot of reasons. One, we're still some ways out, but 2, just trying to figure out the pieces and looking at actual properties and really just trying to visualize exactly what this is going to look like, what type of people it's going to attract, and really just all the memories and the awesome experiences that we'll be able to host at this theme park. And when I say theme park, I'm not talking about roller coaster rides per se, but more experiences with the family. And so we actually visited a place that's very similar. I won't mention where just yet, but we visited a place Luke and I did not too long ago that it gave us, 1, a ton of ideas, and 2, it helped us mentally see exactly what this could be. Everything from, how do people stay there, right? Everything from RV park to tents if they want to just bring a tent and go on the cheap, to really high end hotels and lodges. Really kind of something for every type of a budget, just to get all types of people there, not just for the uber wealthy and not just for the people on trying to get there for $5 a night on a tent, but really just to encompass anyone who really loves fishing and wants to bring their family for a cool experience. But on top of that, there's also a ton of really kind of overlap, right? From anglers that also like everything outdoors, from what do we see, Luke? Skeet shooting and airboat rides, and obviously every kind of fishing thing you can possibly imagine, to a big tournament that we'd be hosting every single weekend in different brackets, based on age and if you're in a kayak boat, etc. So really, really, really excited just to kind of visualize all of that and really just see the possibilities. It's stuff that had in our minds for a long time, and we've written bits and pieces down, and it's kind of the first time we really were able to sit there and visualize it together and say, all right, man, like we could do literally all of this stuff. And then it came down to finding a property,
Yeah, I mean, it's been cool to kind of go from the vague idea, 3, 4 plus years, I guess 5 years ago, whatever, I can't remember the time frame it was, but started a super big idea, and now to start seeing some examples and and just build upon that. And if you haven't figured it out, it's really a theme park that's really focused on just enjoying the outdoors and just obviously just getting families together. And specifically, one big part of it is just to get kids less interested in their devices, more interested on just going out and having some good natured fun in the outdoors. I remember like even going to like, I feel like a lot of like restaurants and stuff, like they used to have like little play areas, and I feel like you hardly even see that anymore. If not, that was like we just go and immediately want to go outside and play and run around. And now it's the devices are in their hands playing video games and stuff.
So we're bringing play areas back. That's the promise.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And this place did that, right? I mean, you have restaurants on the water, right, with cool play areas and obviously people to supervise and animals and aquariums, things that they can go see and learn about. Where we are certainly going to have no Xboxes allowed anywhere in the entire park. So that's a whole theme of fewer Xboxes and more tackle boxes. But yeah, man, wasn't it was cool also to see. We went there on a random, I think it was a Sunday, so this would have been more of like a checkout day in the afternoon. And it was still packed, and families are out there just, having a blast. Everyone's outside. You got great restaurants there, even a little church for the people that want to stay and do church on Sunday, which has always been part of our big mission. Not to push on anyone, just like this place that we visited doesn't, but it's there if you want it. But I think one of the coolest parts was having. In our case, it'll be a tournament, right? That everyone's kind of, even if you're not participating, that it's just fun to watch. And if you've ever seen even like the Bassmaster Classic, they created an event out of that weigh-in, right? It is awesome, fireworks, and it's just absolutely crazy. We want to do the same thing. We're talking about doing it every single weekend, and getting the youth involved who want to be. And getting more daughters and wives involved as well, and just making it absolutely fun for everyone, all the way up to the people who are getting closer to being pro. So there's just going to be something for everyone. But you nailed it, Luke. The big point is to get people outside and to create, like, to have so many different activities for you to do where you're like, I don't know what to do first, right? Because that is the problem. And I get it. I've got 3 young kids. I've been in that situation, especially traveling sometimes, where if you're stuck in a plane or you're stuck in an airport, there's not that much to do. They can't go outside. They can't leave the airport and just walk outside. And there are times where you have to stick an iPad in front of them. And I think as most parents, we don't enjoy doing that. But there's just no other options at that airport, or you run out of them, especially if your flight gets delayed. And so this is going to be a place where we want to have so many options that you will never, ever be wondering, all right, what do we do next? How do we prevent our kids from wanting to go sit there and in front of a TV or a game console?
Yeah. And so, and this is still pretty far out. It's just been cool to have some more clarity, over the recent past, and just seeing where this can and will go eventually. And we're setting aside money just to make sure this happens. So by no means we're not launching this to say that we're going to start it next month, but it's still in process, and definitely has gone through a lot of clarity development to eventually at some point in the not too distant future to make this happen. And actually find the a proper property to make this happen.
Well, and so it's a written down goal that we will have the property by the last day of 2025. So that is still far away, but then again, it will be here before we know it. And we have
sooner.
We have the property picked out, but yeah, that would be the last day to have it. And I'm certain we'll have to borrow some money and probably have some investors to help with that piece. And the property that we have picked out is a little over 1,000 acres. So in our original vision statement, it just said, I think, a minimum of 50 acres. And the more we've thought about this and just dreamed a whole lot bigger and really seeing what we want to do with it, we know we need about 1,000 acres. And so that's the exciting point. We found a piece of property. It is in the state of Florida, and about 1,000 acres with a lot of water, as you can imagine, and really just perfect for this. So that's the exciting news. Another really piece of exciting news, and the more we've thought about this and really consumed a lot of our thoughts, and really the direction we're taking Salt Strong and this whole company, is it's really tough to go from an online fishing club, right? We have the largest online saltwater fishing club in the country, and that's great, and it's growing like crazy. But it's still tough to make a pivot to be 100% online club to all of a sudden having 1,000+ acre theme park, right? I mean, that's a pretty big leap. And so we've realized that in between now, I mean, we're here in the middle of 2022 as we record this. Between now and in that time, let's just say 2026, by time, we have the property in 2025 and we're starting to lay the foundation and build, there's going to be some steps that have to happen. And one is probably some physical stores, right? And that's something that comes up a lot with our members. And so the good news is we are in the process right now, as in like this month right now, of pursuing getting our first physical tackle store. And just like anything, this stuff takes time. But we will have it, and that's 100% sure. It's just a matter of what day and what month. But to have our own physical tackle store, and part of that, as well as not just looking at a strip mall or something, we want to get a place that has land, right, preferably on the water, where we can start like almost like mini versions of this theme park, right? Where we have a place where we can do cast for kids, which is important to us to get kids like our brother Daniel in the wheelchair out fishing. We can do events like our friends there over in Texas, Fishing's Future, and have events there where we're bringing in maybe underprivileged kids or kids just never have had a parent that knew anything about fishing, but really do want to learn. And also have our seminars and workshops there, and then have a physical tackle store. But where I'm going with this is having a place that not just sells tackle, but creates events and creates experiences and creates the opportunity for us to do more meetups. And then once we do that, guess what happens, Luke?
What?
We scale it out. We do it over and over and over again, like you should do anything that works and is successful. And we've had so many people who have reached out to us. We have many members saying, hey, like I want to basically, and I don't know that we're going to use, I use this word franchise only saying that what people have told us. I don't know that we're going to go that route. Who knows? But like, man, if you guys can just create a tackle store, I'll pay to be like a franchisee or a licensee or whatever it might be. And so that is the ultimate goal here over this next few years as we build up into the fishing theme park is, yes, we are going to have our own tackle store. And it'll probably be called the Fish Strong Tackle Store. And then Salt Strong is more the online club part of it. And then we will be able to have our events here. And that first one will be in Central Florida. So it'll be local. But our goal, and this is really why one we're releasing, is just to get you excited and tell you what we're doing. So you have some transparency behind the scenes. But two, for those of you who might be excited to have your own tackle store, to have your own Salt Strong or Fish Strong tackle store. Maybe you already have a tackle store. You're like, hey, I'd love to have your stuff in there, and I have a room to do events, and maybe I could just license and be a part of this, that we could drive more traffic to you, because we have so many members now, and we're getting hundreds and hundreds of orders in, and we hate this whole shipping thing too. No one hates it more than us. I mean, we're losing money on shipping, by the way. A lot of people say, your shipping costs. I get it. We hate doing it. And so we would love to have some type of Salt Strong / Fish Strong tackle store in every major city, where all of our members can just go there and pick up whatever they need, right? Versus us, I mean, it would save so much heartache and save you a ton of money on all the shipping processes, so that we would have our rods there, that we would have all the reels that we use, and all of the power prawns and Slam Shadies and leprechauns and all that stuff in all of these different stores. So that is the goal here for the next couple of years, is to scale that part of it out and really kind of bridge that gap in between the online part and this, legit like theme park with 1,000 acres. So that over the next couple of years, we're going to start here in Central Florida with our first one, and it'll be 2023. Just being realistic and honest, by time it's probably open and have a big welcome party and all that stuff, and have our first event there. But once that happens, and once we prove that out and get all the systems and processes in place, we are going to start looking to replicate that in Texas and Virginia and Alabama and everywhere in between, obviously, and ultimately try to get every major city, or even small cities like Winter Haven, where we are, that want and can and basically have the capacity to have a tackle store like that. We love to be a part of it. So if you guys think this is something up your alley, maybe you're looking for a change, or already have dreams of a tackle store or something, and we could help, bring some more people to there, right? Because we want to direct our members to go into your tackle store to get our stuff. If they can walk in and get it, it's a win-win for everyone. So let us know. shoot us a message, or actually the best thing is just put a comment down below, and I'll have your email. We can get in touch, kind of tell you some more details as we get them. So that's at saltstrong.com in the fishing tip section. That's our blog, essentially. At the bottom of this post that you'll see, there's a place to leave a comment. So let us know if you're interested or thoughts on it, or even cities that you say, all right, man, well, you got to have one here. We really want some feedback on that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. And the number one request we get is just, let's have some more events and some more face-to-face, just activities. And this property step one, and hopefully we can kind of replicate it around the Southeast will be step two. And then the big time property is the final step of it. It's been really cool. Just kind of the whole journey towards it, going from just vague idea to have some good clarity. We've ruled out a ton, found at least one property that's a really good fit, and some others are promising too. But it's been cool, and can't wait to see what turns up.
Yep. So I know a lot of you have asked. So that's the latest update. Obviously, we have a lot more. Some of it we don't want to share just yet, and you'll understand why when we do. But more to come. We'll continue to kind of sprinkle these into the podcast, and to our insider members, of course, give little hints and updates on when this stuff is happening. But first and foremost, here in the next 6 to 8 months, there will be, a physical tackle store that is we're working on right now, where any of our members, obviously from anywhere, could come, have fellowship with us, have some fun. The goal is to have it on the water, so you can do casting lessons and have all kinds of cool events that we can do there. Test out kayaks, test out paddle boards, right? Because once you have something on the water, it opens up all kinds of doors for us to start testing stuff out and being able to, sell other equipment as well. And another big benefit for our insider members, because we obviously, do discounts on all of our products in our store. So stay tuned for that. We will certainly have more here in the near future, and we appreciate you guys just big time. It's you, our members and all of our subscribers that have enabled all this to happen. And so we continue to listen to you, and this tackle thing comes up every week. And not just from people saying, hey, I wish you had a place here, but a lot of people saying, hey, I want to start a tackle store here. I need your help. I want to start a Salt Strong or Fish Strong tackle store. And so know that it's coming sooner than later. And we got wheels moving to make that happen. So let us know if you happen to have any interest or thoughts. And of course, I'll just tell you my email if you made it this far, Joe @saltstrong.com. I'd love your feedback, but more importantly, leave a comment down so we can all kind of see it. And that also comes to me as well. So appreciate you guys. Lukey, we will talk to you on the next episode.
See ya.
Peace.
'Cause fishing, it's in my soul. It was